A reading from the book of the prophet Daniel. King Belshazzar gave a great banquet for 1,000 of his lords with whom he drank. Under the influence of wine, he ordered the gold and silver vessels which Nebuchadnezzar, his father, had taken from the temple in Jerusalem to be brought in so that the king, his lords, his wives, and his entertainers might drink from them. When the gold and silver vessels taken from the house of God in Jerusalem had been brought in, and while the king, his lords, his wives, and his entertainers were drinking wine from them, they praised their gods of gold and silver, bronze and iron, wood and stone. Suddenly, opposite the lampstand, the fingers of a human hand appeared, writing on the plaster of the wall in the king's palace. When the king saw the wrist and hand that wrote, his face blanched. His thoughts terrified him. His hip joints shook and his knees knocked. Then Daniel was brought into the presence of the king. The king asked him, "Are you the Daniel, the Jewish exile, whom my father, the king, brought from Judea? I have heard that the Spirit of God is in you, that you possess brilliant knowledge and extraordinary wisdom. I have heard that you can interpret dreams and solve difficulties. If you are able to read the writing and tell me what it means, you shall be clothed in purple, wear a gold collar about your neck, and be third in the kingdom." Daniel answered the king, "You may keep your gifts or give your presents to someone else, but the writing I will read for you, O king, and tell you what it means. You have rebelled against the Lord of heaven. You had the vessels of his temple brought before you, so that you and your nobles, your wives, and your entertainers might drink wine from them. And you praised the gods of silver and gold, bronze and iron, wood and stone, that neither see nor hear nor have intelligence. But the God in whose hand is your life breath and the whole course of your life, you did not glorify. By him were the wrist and hand sent, and the writing set down. This is the writing that was inscribed, Mene, Tekel, and Paris. These words mean, Mene, God has numbered your kingdom and put an end to it. Tekel, you have been weighed on the scales and been found wanting. Paris, your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians." The word of the Lord. Give glory and eternal praise to him. Sun and moon, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. Stars of heaven, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. Every shower and dew, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. All you winds, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. Fire and heat, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. Cold and chill, bless the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever.
Remain faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. Alleluia. Alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the crowd, "They will seize and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and to prisons, and they will have you led before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to your giving testimony. Remember, you are not to prepare your defense beforehand, for I myself shall give you a wisdom in speaking, that all your adversaries will be powerless to resist or refute. You will even be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair on your head will be destroyed. By your perseverance, you will secure your lives." The Gospel of the Lord. The scenario in our Gospel is probably something that we will not experience. I mean, we never know. But the main thing that I'd like to emphasize is the advice of Jesus in the end: by your perseverance, you will secure your lives. Persevere. Remain steadfast. Stay strong. Now, how can we persevere? How do we remain firm in the love of God? A young man who lost his young wife at the Paris attacks wrote something on his Facebook account. On Friday night, you took the life of an exceptional human being, the love of my life, the mother of my son. But there's one thing that you will never be able to take. There's one thing that I will never give to you: my hatred. We persevere by responding to hatred, not with hatred. To love, even when it is very difficult. A young girl, a refugee, said this: ISIS has taken everything, but one thing that they have never taken, that they will never be able to take away: our faith. A Christian young girl. We persevere by staying strong in faith. Even if everything is taken, If we have our faith, we have what matters. Pope Francis is going to visit Central Africa, and he is being warned. He is being advised to cancel his trip. It's not safe. But Pope Francis is definitely not canceling his trip. To persevere is not to be influenced by fear. Of course, we take safety precautions, but we don't let fear paralyze us. If we let fear overwhelm us, we will not be able to see clearly. Our vision would be clouded, and we will not be able to love fully. So those are three things, ways that we can persevere: to respond always with love, to stay strong in faith, and not to be paralyzed by fear.